What is going on, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back here with some more MLB 15, the show, Chicago Cubs franchise. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are at home with our first interleague matchup of the season, taking on the American League champions, the Kansas City Royals, who are 15 and 33 on the year. We're 31 and 18. We have been playing some excellent baseball up to this point, but can we keep it up? Who knows? The Royals, they've been kind of struggling. They did lose a lot of their pieces this year that made them so good last year, and, you know, it kind of shows. Today on the mound, we have Yoshiwara versus Edinson Volquez. Edinson Volquez 0-6, 5.63 ERA, 6.94 Ks per 9 innings, and a 295 opposing batting average. Looks like we are in for some runs today. We're due for some runs. And I don't know if we're going to get that today because, you know, I have been kind of sluggish at the plate whenever I play these games. Usually it takes me a few innings just to get going. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe maybe today is the day that we break out. But to Yoshiwara, 5-3 record, 4.08 ERA, and 27 strikeouts and only 57 and a third innings pitched. He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, we realize this, but that doesn't mean that, you know, he's an effective pitcher. But he has gotten a lot of run support whenever he was on the mound, considering that he's 5-3 with a 4.08 ERA. So, hey, who knows? But as you see, he gets Eric Hosmer right there to swing and miss for strike 3 to end the first inning unscathed. And let's take a look at the Cubs lineup. We have Dexter Fowler back hitting .389 so far this year. Chris Bryant's been on fire. He has 9 home runs so far on the year. As you take a look at Volquez's stats once again, just not the greatest performance from him this year. And we hope that we can make that ERA just go up a little bit higher today. So we expect today just a bunch of runs to go across because now these pitchers today haven't been really pitching their best, and you know we kind of expect like a 7-6 game today. So we got to put up runs today. You see Addison Russell. We hope he continues to do well. Yes, he has had kind of a mediocre start, but we kind of hope that today will be the day he breaks out. So you see right here, Addison Russell does get caught at first. And that's not really a good sign. We wanted him to get like a little head start, but I guess, Edinson Volquez doesn't want to have any of that. But you see Anthony Rizzo swings and misses for strike 3 to end the first inning, just like the top of the first where we had a swing and a miss for strike 3 there as well. But you see another base hit up the middle for the Kansas City Royals. I think that is Alex Gordon that got the hit, as that was just out of Addison Russell's reach. As Wada now pitching with an 0-2 count, runner on second, and he gets caught looking for strike 3. Sit down, young fella. And now we go to the bottom of the second, and here is Miguel Montero, who is caught looking as well. The end of these innings, they're ending in pretty much the same fate, which is kind of weird, but hey, we'll take them. I mean, it's not like it's a big deficit that we're having, or or as far as the Royals go too, they don't have a big lead, and we aren't having a big lead either. So it's not like it's the end of the world. So we're just here now in the bottom of the third with Wada at the plate, 2 outs, and 0-1 count on its way from Volquez. And Wada actually puts some good contact into this one for a pitcher, but he is out at first. But he does make contact, which actually makes me kind of happy to see. So now we got one right here. It's off with Rios, and Rios is out at first. And the Cubs are just trying to get on the board. Addison Russell now at the plate once again. And he is going to hit this one right down the left field line for a nice single. He is now 2 for 2. Addison Russell, I like his batting stance in this game. I don't think I'm going to change that. Some people have asked me if I'm going to change some batting stances with Bryant and Russell. I'm not going to change Russell's or Bryant's. I did change their numbers, though, like you guys asked. So I did do that. So Rizzo hits this one off the wall, and we're going to be only held to 1 bag apiece. So now there's runners on first and second with Chris Bryant at the plate, who has been hitting really well, and we expect him to deliver here with 2 outs. 2-2 count on its way from Volquez, and Bryant puts a charge into this one into deep center field, and that is gone. 3-run jack. Chris Bryant hits his 10th of the year. Cubs take a 3-0 lead. I am pretty happy about that. Goodbye baseball time, right? Chris Bryant has been playing extremely well. Yes, he has 5 errors on the year, but we're going to try and work on his fielding and try and, get that error number down just a tad. 5 errors is a lot, and from what I could, see he had an error in this game too, but it was a fielding error, not a throwing error. So we got to work on his fielding. We got to make sure that he fields the ball cleanly. So Montero out at first, and that's the end of that. Nice play by Infante though to get the out. So top 5 now. Here is another great moment right here. Is Jorge Soler just throws that one back in, piece of cake. Base hit for the Royals. They need to get something going. Infante might just do that for him. Who knows? But Wada, he's been pitching pretty well. We didn't expect this, to be honest. No one expects Wada to pitch a shutout into the 5th inning. But you see Castro hits this one right back to the shortstop, and that's a miss throw by the shortstop. That throw was way off. But Castro gets on with an error, and whoop-de-doo. But Dexter Fowler at the plate, can we capitalize it? 2 outs, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's baseball. Anything can happen. So here's Volquez, and Fowler grounds out to Infante for the out. Not really what we wanted. Whatever. We still have a 3-0 lead. No big deal. Cubs are still doing pretty well. As Bryant cleans that one up at 3rd, and that's the end of that. As we didn't have a fielding error. We didn't have any errors on that one. But Edinson Russell at the plate, who's already 2 for 2. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3. He's having a pretty good day at the plate. And the pitch is taken to deep left. And Edinson Russell, have yourself a ball game, young fella. Solo home run, his 2nd home run of his young career and of the season. And the Cubs extend their lead to 4. Edinson Russell, yes, he can have that kind of power. I expect him to have he's expect that to be that kind of guy who's got maybe 15 to 20 home runs per season, that type of ceiling. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out though. He's been really good though. I really like what he's done so far, and maybe he is, secretly I like him as the best player on this team in this franchise. He just hits the ball well. He fields the ball cleanly. He's fast on the base pads, and you see Anthony Rizzo gets called out at first, but if you take a look again, tie goes to the runner. We'll give him that. So I think he was safe, and I decided to challenge it. And here comes the umpires after they discuss, and they do call him safe. So now we have Anthony Rizzo on first base after we challenged it, so it was smart on us. So Chris Bryant at the plate once again. He's already hit a home run this game. Let's see what he can do here, and he takes this one just right past the 3rd baseman. And now we have runners on 1st and 2nd. And let's see what we could do with it. I'm really liking what we've seen so far from this inning. We got runners on base. We've already got a run scored. We got to try and put up a crooked number. Montero at the plate, and he's going to take this one to the opposite field for a nice base hit, and that's deep enough where Rizzo has enough speed, and he is going to score to make it 5-0 Cubs. And that pretty much is going to extend this lead where even a grand slam isn't going to give them the lead or a tie. So I like the situation. The Cubs are playing some good baseball. Runners on the corners for Javier Baez, and Baez is going to ground out to the shortstop, throwing to Infantes right on time. So Wada, 0-2 count, runner on first, and this one's going to be taken to right, and Alcantara is right there to clean that one up. I decided to put in Alcantara over Jorge Soler at the moment because Jorge was just having a bad game, and I didn't want to ruin his confidence any worse than it was because he has been kind of struggling. So we want him to be as confident as he can be, not striking out or grounding out and just hurting his batting average. So I put in Alcantara, and I thought it was a good move. He did well, well, neither player did, outstanding, but hey, I did what I felt like it needed to be done. So bottom 8 now. We have Javier Baez at the plate again. I think that's Javier Baez, just by the way his batting stance is. Yep, that is Baez. But just by the batting stance, you can tell by the way he swirls his bat around, you could tell that's Baez. And now the game is over. Caught looking for strike 3. Cubs win 5-0. And that was a really good performance from the Cubs. They've now won 4 in a row. And now we're 32-18 on the year. We're still leading the National League Central by only a couple of games ahead of the Brewers. But, I mean, we're just hoping to play good baseball right now. We just want to make the playoffs. That's our goal. Even though our management says that we have to win the Central in order to complete the goals, but I'm not too worried about it. So right now we're just trying to go into All-Star break with a nice solid record of maybe 50, 60 wins maybe. I don't know. We usually play around 90 games to the All-Star break. 50 to 55 wins sounds pretty fair. But you see Yoshiwara, 7 innings pitched, 7 Ks, 1 walk, 3 hits. Edinson Russell 4 for 4. 2 runs, a home run, and an RBI. Just an outstanding performance by Edinson Russell and to Yoshiwara. I honestly thought that the Player of the Game award belonged to Edinson Russell for going 4 for 4, but they decided to give it to Yoshiwara for his excellent performance on the mound. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer of myself, hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you click that like button to show your support for this video as well. But until next time, my name is Sim with Vengeance, and I am out. Peace.